Hello, this is Sonia from Sonia's Crochet Along. I am going to give you a tutorial. If you remember about the corner to corner stitch, this is going to be similar to the corner to corner stitch. Instead of working corner to corner, we're going with side by side. So we're going to be making the blocks. It is going to be a multiple of 4 in your foundation chain. You can make it as long as you want. Right now I'm going to give you a tutorial on a practice swatch. So I'm going to be making 3 sets of multiple of 4. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1 set. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my 3 sets of 4. You can make your chain of 4 as long as you want. So you can make a foundation row of a blanket, a scarf, or if you wanted to do a what is called a pot holder, you can do that. Yeah, make it as big as you want. Okay. So don't forget to pause the video when you want, fast forward when you need to, rewind when you need to, and so on, so then you can keep up. Okay. So we are going to start from the 4th chain from the hook. That is not counting this on your hook. So 4th chain from the hook, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and you're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So that's yarn over, pull through. Okay. And then you got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's a double crochet, and a double crochet looks like this. Sorry if it's a little blurry. And then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go inside that chain that you just double crocheted in. You're going to yarn over again, pull through, 3 chains on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Do it one more time. Okay, and then you are going to skip 3 chains. So you're going to count 3 chains, which are these little V's right here. These little V's right there. So 1, 2, 3, and you are going to slip stitch into that 4th chain from the hook. So a slip stitch is a yarn over, pull through, and pull through that loop. And then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then into that same chain that you slip stitched in, you are going to do 3 double crochets into that same space. Then you are going to skip 3, and you are going to slip stitch into that last chain, just like that. And it's gonna bend over a little bit, and that's okay because it will straighten itself out as you go on. Okay, and then you need to chain 3 at the end of your row. Okay, so if you're still working on your foundation, it is slip stitch into the 4th chain and chain 3, 3 double crochet in the same chain. Skip 3, slip stitch into the 4th chain and chain 3, double crochet 3 times into that same chain all the way to the end. And when you get to the end of your row, you are going to slip stitch into that last chain and you are going to chain 3. And pause the video so then you can catch on up to the next row. Okay, so we're on to the next row. We're on row 2. This is going to be repeat throughout. So instead of going to the chain 3 right here, you are going to go to that chain 3 that we made down here. So what you are going to do right there, you are going to do 3 double crochets into that space right down below that last stitch you just did. So 3 double crochets into that stitch right there. And now you are going to hop over to that chain 3 and you are going to slip stitch just like that. And then you're going to chain 3 and then you are going to do 3 double crochets inside that chain 3. Okay, so that's what you're going to repeat throughout your row. You're going to that chain 3 space, you're going to slip stitch, chain 3, and then 3 double crochet. Let's pause that video and return back when you are at the end of the row, and I will show you what you do at the end of your row. Okay, so now since you're back, we're going to just slip stitch into the last chain 3 space, and then you're going to chain 3. And now since we are back, this is a little bit different. If you look in between this square and this square, you're going to see this little hole. You are going to do 3 double crochets inside that little hole. So 3 double crochets inside that hole there. Okay, and now you are going to skip over to that chain 3 space. You're going to slip stitch, chain 3, and do 3 double crochets inside that chain 3 space. Repeat that until you get to the end. Skip over to the chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, then 3 double crochets at the end to the last square of your row. Okay, so now your last square of your row. you are just going to slip stitch. You're going to chain 3, and then you're going to go in between the top square and the bottom square, and you are going to do 3 double crochets. Okay, and now you are going to go to the next chain 3 space, slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space, and then do that until you get to the end of the row. And at the end of the row, you are just going to do a slip stitch and a chain 3. Okay, and then you're going to turn your work, and then you are going to go between the top square and the one down below, and you're going to do 3 double crochets in between those 2 squares. Slip stitch into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space. Okay, then slip stitch into the last square of your row. And you should have a nice straight edge on your project. Now you can work your project as big and as tall as you want. Pause the video until you are finished of how tall you would like your project. If you want to make it blanket size, make it a blanket size. If you want to make it into a scarf, you're going to make it into a scarf. Okay? And now, since you have came back to the video, we are going to teach you how to do a flat edge. So we're going to make it flat like this. Okay? So what you're going to do, we are not going to pay attention into the chain 3 spaces. So we're going to skip the chain 3 spaces. Okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to double crochet in the first chain into the first double crochet. So double crochet, and then we're going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch. And then we are going to single crochet in the third stitch. And now we're going to skip the chain 3, and we are going to hop over to the next stitch, the double crochet stitch, and then we are going to double crochet into that stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then a single crochet into the last stitch, and then you're going to fasten off. So when you are finished with your row, the last thing you would do is single crochet into the last stitch. Don't forget to just skip over the chain 3 spaces so then you can make a nice flat edge. Okay. All right. So hopefully that video was helpful. It is completely different from the corner to corner stitch. I wanted to do a little bit of a different review or tutorial on this stitch, the block stitch. Okay, and I had delayed a little bit on my videos because I have been actually trying to help my daughter out with her schoolwork, so I had to take a little bit of time off so I can help her out with her schoolwork. Her schoolwork comes first. This would come second. I hope you guys would understand that. So don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and I really hope you guys are actually having a good time off. You know, everybody's driving everybody nuts. All we can do is just keep our heads up. You know, go day by day. We'll go through it. We'll get through it. Hopefully everybody has learned from this pandemic. You know, treat others with respect. You know, treat everybody how they want to be treated. And don't be so judgmental. You know, make a difference in people's lives. And and just let people be themselves. That's a big part. People need to be themselves. Everybody needs to get together and stop being against one another. You know? And by the time we get through this, it's going to go back to normal, but better. Hopefully better. And, you know, we have to work together to make this better. We have to stay home and stay safe, even if we work, you know, and grocery stores and medical and the fast food resource. We all have to work together to make this happen. Let's cross our fingers for May 4th. Let's all cross our fingers and pray for May 4th to happen. Let's not have another extension. We have to work together to make it happen. We can do this. We got faith in you. We have faith in us. We can do it. You all have a good, safe week or day or month whenever you go and watch my videos. We will see you next time. Thank you.